Jon Jones Privilege. Something that we have seen very prominently over the last decade in the UFC. A topic that seems to be very sensitive for Dana White to talk about. And something that I think is not talked about enough in the MMA community. Jon Jones is not my GOAT. And here are some of the reasons why. So sit back, relax, get yourself a sneak, get yourself a sausage sarnie, mate. Because we are about to go in on Jon Jones and Dana White in the UFC. Now, I'm making this video to shit on Jon Jones. Do you know why? Because he's a scumbag. He is a cheat. He is a dirty human being who I do not like at all. This guy is one of the dirtiest athletes I've ever seen. Just one of the dirtiest people I've ever seen. So I need to get some fucking sarnie in me, man. Here we go. Look, I just want to talk about and show you how biased Dana White is towards Jon Jones. To me, it quite frankly is ridiculous. And I'm going to show you some of the reasons why I do not like this man. Some of the reasons why he should not be classed as the GOAT. See, I need to eat, otherwise I'm going to get hangry.
Yummy.
We're going to talk about Jon Jones's several, I said, failed drugs tests going into fights. I mean, I don't even know where to start, okay? The first, I guess you could say, episode of Jones's history of drug use started in 2015, okay? So just after he beat Daniel Cormier, so the Nevada State Athletic Commission came out after the fight and revealed that he had failed a drugs test for benzoylecgonine, the primary metabolite for cocaine. So essentially, he had just tested positive for taking cocaine. It said that he was not handed a suspension because cocaine was not a banned substance in Nevada at the time. So that is the reason why he was allowed to compete. That was the reason why Nevada State Athletic Commission did not say anything until after the fight. Oh, wow. Jon Jones made a public apology after the fight, apologising. Oh, and he revealed he entered rehab for his cocaine use. It says Jones insisted that he was a frequent user of cocaine, but went on to boast about beating Cormier after using the substance before their 2017 rematch. He also admitted that he used to get blackout drunk a week before his fights. That just says everything you need to know about this guy's professionalism, I suppose, in the sport. His professionalism as an athlete. Now, after that cocaine incident in 2015, Jones was supposed to headline UFC 200 against Cormier in a rematch in 2016. So Cormier obviously was the undisputed champion at the time. Jon Jones was the interim champion. But you'll never guess what. Just 3 days before the fight, Jones tested positive for 2 banned substances. The first of these banned substances was clomiphene, which is a female fertility drug, and the second was letrozole. Now, I'm presuming that the first one is kind of like an estrogen blocker. I'm pretty sure it like resets your body so you can make more testosterone and stuff like that. Which, if you're getting onto the whole testosterone topic, just look at Vitor Belfort when he was on TRT. Fucking a whole nother level of fighter. When he came off of it, complete flop. And it says here that letrozole is a type of drug used to treat breast cancer. So I was correct. The banned substances can also be used to boost testosterone levels and suppress estrogen production levels in men, having a positive impact on athletic performance. Yes, so they are basically estrogen blockers, essentially maximizing the amount of testosterone that your body is producing. He claimed that he was a victim of a contaminated batch of tadalafil, a drug used to treat erectile dysfunction in men. USADA, the UFC's anti-doping agency, ruled that Jones did not take the banned substances intentionally, and he was later handed a 1-year suspension. The man gets away with literally everything, okay? Surely if you're going to take a drug for erectile dysfunction or any fucking health issue, you're going to look into the ingredients and what the fuck it contains. And I know that it says it's a contaminated batch, but still, you should be cautious about what the fuck you're taking before pre-fight. Now, it just gets even better, guys. When he came back from his 1-year ban, Jones was meant to be fighting on UFC 214. Now, this fight was to fight Daniel Cormier, which should have happened the year before. So the two actually managed to fight each other, and obviously Jones came away with the win. But 3 weeks after his win against Daniel Cormier the second time, he was caught up in another drug scandal. He was flagged for the anabolic steroid Purina Bowl, leading to him being stripped of his belt for the third time, and then Cormier was then crowned the undisputed champion again. And then the typical, you know, Jon Jones thing, he maintained his innocence, you know, stuff like that. I'm not in the wrong, you know, I couldn't do anything wrong. Here's the thing, okay? If he was found guilty, he would have been facing a 4-year suspension. But no, he didn't get a 4-year suspension because apparently he provided USADA with substantial assistance. I don't know what the fuck that means. Substantial assistance is when an athlete informs an anti-doping agency about a doping violation by another fighter, which is what reduced Jones' ban from 4 years to just 18 months. So he basically ratted on someone, right? He snitched, he grassed on someone to cover his own back for taking steroids. And then his suspension was reduced by 3 months when USADA ruled that he didn't take the steroid intentionally, meaning he was eligible to return in 2018. The man gets away with fucking murder. And then, again, Jones returned after his 15-month break, or ban suspension, in 2018 to rematch Alexander Gustafsson 5 years after their first fight. So Nevada found what they call an atypical finding in his drug test results, meaning that he was unable to compete in Nevada, where the card was originally meant to be held. But on a week's notice, Uncle Dana had fucked over not only the fans, but the fighters, and had moved the event to Chicago. Los Angeles, sorry, like California. I mean, it's safe to say the fighters weren't happy.
But, you know, it's a bit disappointing for the family and friends and stuff like that. Obviously, there's going to be taxes and things like that we're going to have to worry about. Some of it was able to, you know, get refunds and stuff like that, which was good. But it's just little things that are just annoying and that you had to change. And obviously, then there's, you know, friends and supporters that I don't even know what's happening with them. I really don't know. So they're probably still stuck in Vegas, and I don't even know if they're going to make it.
Think about the amount of money that you spend on accommodation and fucking tickets, let alone that. Jon Jones is fighting. They probably spend thousands of fucking dollars to go and see Jon Jones fight, only to be fucking moved on a week's notice to somewhere completely different. I've heard it's about a 4-hour drive away, and Dana said that he would sort out the fighters and make sure everything was okay.
Right. Well, we'll take care of that. We're gonna make the transition as smooth as we possibly can to get everybody out to LA, get them set up in hotels, and make this thing right.
But I think most importantly, 2 factors. Number one, both USADA and worldwide anti-doping experts told us that this was not a re-ingestion of this prohibited substance, but was remaining effects from the July 2017 positive test for which he had already been sanctioned.
He did not test positive. He did not test positive. Go ahead.
Yes, let's make this clear. This is not another violation. This is a residual effect from the July 2017 positive test. So let's make this very clear. This is not another positive test.
So I'm just editing the video, right? But I'd just like to add something, okay? If this wasn't a positive test, okay, why wouldn't they just fucking take him off the card? Why couldn't they just reschedule his bout? Why couldn't they take him off the card and fill that fight in, fill that gap in? Why did they have to fuck over everyone else on that card and the fans as well, possibly losing themselves money? But this man has had countless positive drug tests, right? Failed drug tests, and multiple bans from the UFC. It's fucking ridiculous. And the fact that he's still fighting in the promotion is mental. Yes, I know he is like one of the faces of the promotion. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. And I know it would be a big loss to Dana White in the UFC. I don't give a shit. If it was anyone else, they would be fucking gone. They would be kicked out of the UFC. Their contract would be terminated. Also, any questions that reporters asked Dana about Jon Jones, Dana would shut down, okay? Dana wouldn't even let Jon Jones answer the question because he knew Jon Jones would say something that would be, in a way, incriminating to him and that would fuck him over in a way, essentially. Most notably, when Ariel Helwani asked him this.
You are 100% sure that this isn't as a result of a new ingestion. This is the same metabolite that was in his system back in July of 2017. The question I don't seem to find the answer to is, how do you know that?
Because that's what the experts are saying. The experts are telling us that's what they do.
Ariel, I can help you with that.
You know, you probably can't, actually. You let Nowitzki answer that question for you. I don't think he can answer that question, so talk to Nowitzki.
That is the first instance of Jon Jones privilege right there. Oh, actually, we could call it Dana White privilege. Thank you, Tony Ferguson. Now, compared to what I'm about to say right now, those anti-doping statements are nothing compared to this, all right? I'm not only going to be talking about Jon Jones inside of the sport, I'm going to be talking about him outside of the sport as well. I'll be talking about some previous arrests of his, and also the most recent arrest of Jon Jones. Here we go. Now, during COVID, a time that caused worldwide chaos and mass panic around the world, Jon Jones decides, you know what, I'm going to get absolutely fucking hammered, get pissed up, smashed up, and I'm going to go on a drive. Obviously, he then gets arrested for driving under the influence, okay? A DUI. Let me see, did he get away with that? I bet he probably did, to be fair. Oh my God, how have I missed this? This was back in May 2012, you know, before all of these failed drugs tests had occurred and stuff like that. Jones had crashed his Bentley into a post in New York City. So he was jailed for DUI. And then his mum posted his bail. So then he pled guilty. You know, he didn't do the usual Jon Jones thing that he does. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm innocent. He paid $1,000 fine and he was completely fine. Wanker. Now, in April 2015, there was another driving incident, okay? But this time it was pretty bad, okay? This was really bad. This incident could have ruined his career, ruined his entire life. He was involved in a hit and run accident, okay? Jones skipped a red light and smashed his rental car in Albuquerque, colliding with 2 other vehicles. Bones fled the scene, leaving a pregnant woman behind in one of the vehicles. Jon Jones was arrested after witnesses and documents were found in his rented vehicle. He ended up getting 18 months of supervised probation, but didn't get charged with a felony after agreeing to do charity work. The UFC subsequently suspended him indefinitely and stripped him of his title. The Dana still treats him like a god. The man did a fucking hit and run on a pregnant lady and left her there. And he somehow got off of it, alright, okay? Didn't really suffer any consequence. Oh no, my title got stripped. Oh, I had to do 18 months of community service. Boo-hoo. Finally, Jon Jones was arrested in 2021 for criminal battery and domestic violence. His fiancée, Jessie Moses, had contacted the police saying that Jon Jones physically abused her. When cops arrived at the scene, they found blood on her clothing and wounds to her nose and mouth. Jones tweeted in 2022 that Moses had broken up with him after over 2 decades of dating. Oh no, sorry. There's one more incident. Now, most recently, I'm pretty sure everyone knows about this one because it happened a few months ago. Jones was arrested for allegedly assaulting and threatening to kill an anti-doping agent. The drug testing officer has claimed that Jones became angry about the sample collection process, took her phone, and then put his face close to hers before saying, "People who arrive at his house early end up dead." Dana is giving this man a platform, okay? He is giving this man fame. He is giving this man money. This man deserves none of that, okay? He might have worked his arse off to get the career that he has now. I don't give a shit how talented he is at fighting. He's a scumbag and he should not be in the promotion. Why does Dana White treat him like he is some god? It makes you think, has he got something on Dana? Has Dana been doing some slippery shit? What the fuck has Dana been up to, alright? Because he seems to talk awful positively about this man. Also, something that pisses me off. This man is the greatest of all time, he says. People asked him questions about Jon Jones needs to fight. Are you going to strip Jon Jones of his title? The man goes, Jon Jones is not being stripped of that title. If it was anyone else, they would be stripped of that title, okay? Jamal Hill got stripped of his title due to injury. Frank Mir, Dom Cruz, Georges St. Pierre and Tony Ferguson also being stripped of their titles due to injury. But no, Jon Jones isn't. Give fucking Aspinall a shot at the title. Dana treats him too well. UFC President Dana White wanted to make sure the controversial UFC star got home safe and sound after his stunning victory at the recently concluded UFC event against Cyril Gane. He joked about chartering a private jet for the newly crowned heavyweight champion while stated at the post-fight press conference, "I told Hunter, charter a private jet and get Jon Jones home to New Mexico right now, safe and sound." Does he do that to anyone else? Does he do that to Leon Edwards? Does he do that to Pantoja? Does he do that to Izzy? Alex Pereira? Does he do that to Grasso? Does he do that to Sean O'Malley? Fuck no. So why the fuck is he doing it to Jon Jones? Anyway, I no longer want to talk about this, alright? Because it's just, I think I've said enough. Jon Jones has Dana White privilege. Jon Jones is a spoiled little brat. And Jon Jones gets away with whatever the fuck he wants. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want more content like this, then please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be updated with my latest content. I think I'm going to do a Demetrius Johnson video, all right? A Mighty Mouse video and on Dana White as well, because It's not spoken about enough. Mighty Mouse is my GOAT. I've been a not so combat specialist because I suck. Peace out, guys.